Max Bennett is kind of a big deal. Nobody from this crowd in Laguna Beach would argue with that. Of course, they're all here for a special tribute to the bass-playing legend. More about Max Bennett in a minute. But tonight, the Laguna Concert Band is honoring him with a special concert and fundraising event. Its first ever, in fact. The cause? Supporting music education programs at local schools and getting instruments into the hands of deserving kids.
The main reason we're trying to raise funds today is for the Laguna Concert Band's program called Music in Schools. Music is something that you can start young and you can play your whole life, and as testament to Max Bennett, you can play until you're 88 years old or older.
Laguna is well known as an arts community, but not so well known as a musical arts community. So the Laguna Concert Band plays the role of providing major music for the community. We have a concert band with 70 people, we have 2 swing bands, we have other subgroups within the organization. We've drawn people together not only to raise some money, but also to increase the recognition of the role that this band plays in the community.
I really appreciate it, first of all. It's never happened before, so I guess, this is the time. So I hope everybody likes it. That's the main thing.
Once you get to know him, you can't help but love him. Plus, when you find out about his career, it's the most remarkable life in music that you could ever imagine.
Max Bennett is one of the most recorded bass players of all time. He's called Southern California home for many years now, but the bass legend came from humble beginnings. It was a chance encounter on VJ Day, 1945, in his native Oskaloosa, Iowa, when he first played the bass, and it was love at first sound.
People are dancing, having a great time. I was playing guitar badly in the high school band. So all of a sudden a gentleman, tall guy, came back behind me and said, "I just moved to town, I'm a bass player. Would you mind if I sat in?" And we said, "No, we'd love to have you." So we got the music for him, he sat in, we started playing, and I went crazy. The feeling of the bass, the pulsation and the sound just blew my mind. So I just ran down to the next day, ran down to high school, and they had an orchestra there. They had the band and then there was the orchestra. So I picked up one of the basses and I was home. That was it.
After serving in the Army during the Korean War, Max was in college at the University of Iowa, but decided to follow his passion for music. A decision that would lead to a career that has spanned more than 7 decades and took Max to Chicago, New York City, and then eventually settling in Los Angeles. In those 70-plus years, Max has toured and performed in concert with many of the biggest names in music. Among the dozens of albums where he is credited as the bassist, 19 of them won Grammy Awards. In the recording studio, Max has also played on the soundtrack for over 450 movies and TV shows.
Sense of accomplishment, when you're in a movie like that, in making the music and a string section, a whole orchestra, it feels good. Just like a poet has his own thing. So each jazz guy has his own thing. You come together and just make it work.
Max says he is thrilled that tonight's event is raising money for youth music education programs because if it weren't for his high school band, Max might never have picked up a string bass.
So what's the secret to keep on kicking it at your age?
Just keep playing.
Yeah?
Just keep playing.
Someone told me you play every day. Is that true?
Oh yeah, I practice every day.
Yeah. And do you think that helps you be, active?
Oh yeah, you got to keep your chops in, and it's called chops. You got to keep your chops in shape, You never know when you're going to get the call to play, so.